Let me ask you a question you may never have asked yourself. How much did you pay to be born? How much did you pay for your mother's love? How much for the air you breathe, for a sunrise, for the faith you have? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The most valuable things in your life, all of that, you received for free, without deserving it, as a gift. And yet, how easily we forget it, and how we live calculating everything, measuring what we give, expecting something in return for each thing. Today, Jesus says to his apostles a tiny phrase that can change the way you live. Sending them to bring his love to the world, he says, "Without cost you received, without cost give." Just a few words, but they hold the whole secret of a happy life. You received by pure grace, so now give also by pure grace, without charging, without calculating, without expecting reward. Stay with me, because today I want you to rediscover how much God has given you, and to learn that art so beautiful and so forgotten, to give freely as God gives. Listen to these words of Jesus to his apostles. Jesus said to his apostles, "As you go, make this proclamation: the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Cure the sick, raise the dead, cleanse the lepers, drive out demons. Without cost you have received, without cost you ought to give. Do not take gold or silver or copper for your belts, no sack for the journey, or second tunic, or sandals, or walking stick. The laborer deserves his keep. Whatever town or village you enter, look for a worthy person in it, and stay there until you leave. As you enter a house, wish it peace. If the house is worthy, let your peace come upon it. If not, let your peace return to you." The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Let's go to the heart of this gospel, to those words that sum it all up. Without cost you received, without cost give. It's one of the most important phrases Jesus said, and one of the ones it costs us most to live, because it goes completely against the current of the world. Let's begin with the first half. Without cost you received. My brother, stop to think about all you have that you didn't earn, that you didn't buy, that was simply given to you. Starting with the greatest, life. You did nothing to be born, to exist. It's pure gift. And then the love of those who raised you, the ability to think, to laugh, to love. The health you've had, the good people God put on your path, the times you were saved without knowing how. And above all, the greatest gift of all, faith, knowing God, knowing that He loves you, that Christ gave His life for you, that heaven awaits you. How much did you pay for that? Nothing. It's pure grace, pure gift. Everything essential in your life is free. And this, my brother, should fill us with two things: with humility and with gratitude. With humility, because if all the good we received as a gift, what do we boast about? Why do we go around so proud, as if we had obtained everything all by ourselves? What you are, what you have, your talents, your gifts, are not a merit of yours. They're a gift from God that you must be thankful for, not show off. And with gratitude, because when you realize all you've received for free, you can only say, "Thank you." The grateful person is a happy person. The ungrateful one, who takes everything for granted, who always feels he's owed more, that one lives embittered. But the one who learns to see life as a gift, that one lives in peace and joy. Which of the two are you, my brother? And let me tell you a secret, my brother. Gratitude is trained. It's not that some are meant to be grateful and others not. It's a decision, a habit that's cultivated. There are people who have everything and are thankful for nothing, always complaining about what's missing. And there are people who have very little and live giving thanks for every small thing, for their daily bread, for being able to get up, for a person who loves them. And do you know which of the two is happy? Always the grateful one, even with less. Because happiness isn't in having much, but in being thankful for what you have. Start today. Instead of fixing on what you lack, be thankful for what you have. You'll see how it changes your way of looking at life, and how, without anything changing on the outside, on the inside you fill with peace. And now comes the second half, the one that costs more. Without cost, give. If you received for free, give for free. And here Jesus touches directly our calculating heart. Because we, let's be honest, do almost everything expecting something in return. We give, but so they'll pay us back. We help, but so they'll thank us. We're kind, but with those who benefit us. We keep the accounts. I did this for him, so he owes me that. And Jesus comes to break that logic. Give freely, without charging, without expecting anything, without keeping accounts. Love without an invoice. Serve without charging. Forgive without conditions. That's how God gives, and that's how He wants us to give. Because look how different it is to give expecting something and to give truly, freely. When you give expecting, deep down you're not giving, you're negotiating, you're making a deal. True love, true charity, is the one that gives expecting nothing, even to the one who won't thank you, even to the one who can't pay you, even to the one who doesn't deserve it. That's the love of God, who makes the sun rise on the good and the bad. And every time you give like that, freely, from the heart, you resemble God, and you find a joy that the one who only negotiates will never know. Because, as you already know, there's more joy in giving than in receiving. Let me give you an example that moves me, my brother. Think of a mother. A mother gives and gives and gives. Sleepless nights, years of sacrifice, all her affection, all her life. And how much does she charge? Nothing. And how many times is she thanked as she should be? Almost never. And yet she keeps giving, freely, without keeping accounts, without presenting an invoice. That's love of the good kind, my brother. That's the love God wants to teach us. The one that gives without charging. And not only mothers, think of so many volunteers who care for sick people they don't even know. Of the one who helps a neighbor without anyone seeing. Of the one who forgives again and again without throwing it back in their face. The world stands deep down because of all those people who give freely, who love without an invoice. They're the ones who most resemble God, even if no one applauds them. Be one of them. And look at another thing Jesus says, because it's beautiful. He sends the apostles without gold, without silver, without a sack, without a spare, almost without anything. Why? So they'll learn to trust in providence. So they won't put their security in money or in things, but in God. It's a lesson for us who so often live anxious, accumulating, saving, securing ourselves, as if everything depended on what we have in the bank. Jesus doesn't say money is bad or that we shouldn't be prudent. What he says is, don't put your heart there. Don't make money your God. Don't live a slave to the anxiety of having more. Trust in the Father who cares even for the birds of the sky. The one who knows God cares for him lives light, free, without that anxiety that devours so many. And besides, the one who doesn't live clinging to his things is the one who can give generously, because it doesn't hurt him to let go. And here, my brother, we have to be honest, because this is one of the great lies of our time. The world sells us non-stop that happiness is in having more. More money, more things, the latest gadget, the bigger house, the new car. And we run, and we work without rest, and we go into debt, and we sacrifice even family and health chasing that more that never comes. Because there's always something else to buy. And in the end, so many people who got all of that are empty, anxious, without peace. Because no material thing can fill the heart. God made the heart for himself, and only in him does it rest. Jesus today frees us from that mad race. You don't need so much to be happy. You need God. You need to love and be loved. You need to give and be grateful. The rest is extra. How many simple people with little are happier than many anxious rich people? The secret isn't to have more, but to need less and be thankful more. And one more thing, my brother, very practical. Jesus speaks of bringing peace to houses. As you enter, wish it peace. How beautiful. Each of us, wherever we arrive, leaves something. Some leave tension, bad mood, criticism, poison. Others leave peace, joy, encouragement. Ask yourself, when I get home to my work, what do I leave? Do I bring peace, or do I bring a storm? Being a Christian is, among other things, being a bearer of peace. Someone who, wherever he arrives, leaves people better than he found them. That, too, is giving freely. Giving away peace, a smile, a good word, without charging anything. So, what do we take home today? That all the best in your life you received for free. And that calls for humility and gratitude. That God invites you to give also for free, to love, serve, and forgive without charging, without calculating, without keeping accounts. And that you trust in His providence without putting your heart in money, so you can live light and generous. So today, give a little of the much you received, and give it freely from the heart. You'll discover that hidden there is one of the greatest joys of life. Today's task is concrete and beautiful. Today you're going to do something good for someone without expecting absolutely anything in return, in secret if possible, without being thanked. It can be help, a call to someone who's alone, a forgiveness you've been putting off, some coins to someone who needs them, a bit of your time. Something given freely, entirely freely. And you'll see how differently the heart feels when it gives without charging. And a second thing, today before you sleep, make a mental list of 3 things you received for free from God today, and thank Him for them. Gratitude is the door to happiness. And listen, this channel too is something I want to give you for free. Here I don't sell you anything. I don't ask you for anything. I only ask that if this does you good, you help me get it to more people. Subscribe if you haven't yet, give it a like, and share this video with whoever you think needs today to remember how much they've received from God. And leave me your city and your country in the comments, and something you thank God for today, so we can pray united. One more thing, important. There are fake pages using my face and my name to ask for money and promise miracles. That is not me. I will never ask you for money for a prayer. What comes from God is given for free. The only true channel is Light of Faith with Father David. Please be careful. Stay now for the Holy Mass of this Thursday, July 9th. We offer it for you, for your family, and in a special way for those who today are anxious about money and things, that they may learn to trust in providence, and for those who give without charging, those silent heroes who love freely every day. May God bless you, and don't forget, without cost you received, without cost give. May God bless you all, today and always.